The most amazing things always happen at the most unpredictable moment. But no matter what happens, it is likely to be caught on the lens of some camera, since today almost everyone has a smartphone at the ready. We have already developed a conditioned reflex. See something unusual? Take a picture. And today, I will show you the most incredible moments that I managed to shoot on camera. Miraculously survived. A passerby miraculously survived when the tower fell. He was literally a couple of meters away from it. This giant 10-meter python was found in India. An excavator had to be used to lift it. On average, pythons are up to 5 meters long, but this specimen is a real giant in the world of snakes. This amazing footage was made in Indonesia. This fruit is called a jackfruit, but usually its size is no bigger than a pumpkin. But this one is a real giant. The driver of the garbage truck was quietly performing his duties, but suddenly the cab burst into flames. Fortunately, the driver's survival instincts were correct and he jumped out of the truck. This creepy footage was taken at a ski resort in the Alps. The storm rocked the ski elevator eerily. The skiers had the most terrifying moments of their lives, but the resort staff rescued them and no one was hurt. Skydiving is probably one of the most extreme sports. This girl decided to record her jump on video. She jumped, but for some reason, I was scared. The police chased the perpetrator and blocked his car. Then he decided to just run away, and a brave police officer chased after him. He's sure to catch up with him. Nothing can stop this guy. Well, almost nothing. And why did they plant a tree here?
Oh, careful. Oh my gosh, okay, you saw that cop hit the tree.
This old car is impossible to move, but its owner now owns real estate. Lots of people in Germany filmed on their cell phones a balloon that was flying upwards towards a basket, defying all the laws of physics. But in fact, the basket of this balloon is still at the bottom, and the unusual design of the balloon was designed specifically to attract people's attention. The women in the subway were confused. Were they hallucinating? But this video proves that what they saw really happened. I'm sure our future grandchildren will be bored and playing in ordinary sandboxes. But such a sandbox with augmented reality, quite another matter. I think even adults would love to play in it. No one would have believed this man is able to set water on fire if he had not filmed everything that was happening on camera. But of course, it's not about his superpowers. There is just a source of natural gas under the water. In late fall in the beaches of Okinawa Island, the water is covered by a thick layer of sand and pebbles. Usually no one swims anymore at this time, but sometimes warm days fall. Bathing at this time looks very unusual. The happiest place on Earth might be between the towns of Wilhelmina and Grand Ronde. The trees here form a giant smiley face every fall. This unusual effect is due to the fact that a mixture of fir and larch trees were planted here. It is possible that in the near future, all public buses will be super fast and look something like this. But for now, you can see the Superbus only in Dubai. You must agree that its futuristic forms are striking. You probably know that bears are great tree climbers, but there are even bear climbers. Just look at the dexterity of a bear climbing uphill. One day, a train arrived in the New York subway, and over 200 kilos of apples poured out onto the platform. It later turned out that this action was to draw people's attention to the fact that they throw away a lot of food on a daily basis. In my opinion, it seems very strange to fight the problem by doing the same thing, only on a larger scale. What do you think? Write in the comments. This fisherman was lucky enough to catch a small hammerhead shark. He released the fish to let it grow up, but thanks to the cameras on his phone, you can brag about the catch even if you let the fish go. This footage was published by the Philadelphia police. Strange footage was caught on camera. An unknown suspect was in the car. In the end, passerby were lucky as no one was hurt. A restaurant opened right under a waterfall in the Philippines. In fact, this is not a natural waterfall, but a hydroelectric power plant from which the coconut plantation that is located nearby gets energy. But it doesn't matter much to the restaurant diners. They like to dine under the waterfall. There is a crystal clear lake hidden in the mountains of China, the water in which is an unusual turquoise color. Not even all the locals know about this lake, let alone the tourists. Perhaps that is why the lake has remained clean for centuries. In the mountains of Tibet, they managed to shoot a video of a monk who is climbing up a steep cliff, breaking all the laws of physics. He does not use a rope or any device to climb up. Few people know, but Americans have their own little Chernobyl. The population of Centralia was in danger of dying from toxic gases and was evacuated, and the city was wiped off the face of the earth. Although the scale of the disasters is disproportionate, and far fewer people were evacuated in Pennsylvania than in Pripyat. For Americans, Centralia is a symbol of thousands of ruined lives because of a few people's mistakes. At Cairo Airport, you can spot two huge stones tied together with a rope, with one of the stones literally hovering in the air over the other. This amazing installation proves nothing in this world is impossible. Tasmanian monster crabs are the largest crabs in the world. One managed to catch a real giant, weighing 17 kilograms. Kangaroos are not adapted to cold temperatures, but this year even Australia was snowed in. These shots show kangaroos jumping through snowdrifts. I never would have believed this was possible if it hadn't been captured on video. But what seems even more incredible is that you can paddle not only on the water, but also on the sand. Experienced kayaker Eric Walter found himself in the sand dunes of Namibia with just a paddle and a kayak. He was the first kayaker to conquer the desert. All these ducklings live in a duck farm in China. The country is the main supplier of duck meat in the world. Not surprisingly, Peking duck is cooked much more often than other recipes. And here is more unusual footage from China. This amazing highway resembles a spiral of traffic. If you look from above, the sight is fantastic. In big cities, you often see cool breakdancers showing off their skills. But this guy has taken it to a whole new level. He is second to none. A girl just drew a picture of the pavement, but as soon as the guy stepped on it, he fell through the ground. I don't know how to explain it. The magic of art.